Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, sXeblues. This is going to be a brief little review for the DC Comics New 52, issue number 4 of The Flash. Another good issue in this New 52 era. We're primarily looking at the history of Manuel, Barry Allen's friend in this issue, as well as the origins of mob rule. Now, as we saw at the end of the previous issue, Barry Allen is seemingly shot by Mob Rule, and he doesn't seem to deflect the bullet. He sent Manuel and his friend, I think her name is Patty, I'm not sure, he sent them on their way, and he didn't deflect the bullet, so he's, for all intents and purposes, out for the count for most of the issue. What we're looking at is Dr. Elias, who was out in the desert, investigating signature energies from that EMP explosion that happened in a previous issue. He's captured, essentially, or taken into custody, if you will, by Mob Rule, and they're relating to him the history of Manuel. We see most of this in flashback at Manuel's father's funeral. Apparently it was a 9/11 type scenario, if not a direct result of 9/11. He was, splitting up with Manuel's mother, and he hopped a plane. The plane was hijacked, and he died. So basically, Manuel is relating to Barry in this flashback that he's taken it personal. It's his personal vendetta to get back at the people responsible. He has entered the CIA. He's basically become an operative and one-man super soldier in a sense. Mob Rule kind of relates him to being a cross between James Bond and Batman, which I think is an interesting parallel. I'd say a little bit of Solid Snake peppered in there as well. He's captured, and the enemy doesn't believe that he could have been doing this all alone, So they start torturing him to try to get answers out of him. They cut his fingers off and his hands off, and because of the cell regeneration that he has, of course, his limbs grow back. But what happens with his discarded limbs is that they regenerate into Mob Rule, essentially. They create clones of him. And basically what Mob Rule is after, as we've seen hints of, they're dying out in the order that they were birthed. They're looking to preserve themselves, and they now have Dr. Elias. They're hoping he will be able to help them in this endeavor because the other doctor that they killed him, they didn't amount to much. And when they finally get confronted with Manuel again in this particular issue, they drop the bomb that Barry Allen is dead, and we see Manuel just sort of breaks down. And, without wanting to spoil everything in the issue, let's just say we don't have any fears that there won't be any Flash for issue number 5. As for showing a page in this issue, just one example of some of the awesome art is this 2-page spread of Manuel getting caught and, kicking ass and so on and so forth. And the art in this, kind of has this sort of Pixar Disney-ish flavor. Like, I'm reminded of art that you see in the build-up to The Incredibles type of thing. But, as for rating this issue, I'm going 4 out of 5. It has yet to disappoint. And I would have loved to see a little more Barry in the issue, frankly, but still really good. And that's going to be all I have to say on it. So I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you later. Peace.